Good evening, everyone. Welcome back to the Daily Donald, your prime source for the latest updates from President Trump's second term. Today, we're diving into the who's who of the newly confirmed cabinet members. Who are these individuals steering the ship of state, and what baggage might they be bringing aboard? Stick around as we unpack the backgrounds, qualifications, and of course, the controversies surrounding these key figures. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. Remember, we go live at 1,000 subs, and you won't want to miss it. First up, let's talk about the new face of American diplomacy, Secretary of State Marco Rubio. The former Florida senator, known for his sharp political instincts and presidential aspirations, has now taken the helm at the State Department. Rubio's political journey has been nothing short of a roller coaster, from his 2016 presidential run to his vocal critiques and subsequent alliance with President Trump. His confirmation sailed through the Senate with a 99-0 vote, showcasing bipartisan support. However, some critics question his limited foreign policy experience and past hawkish stances, particularly concerning Cuba and Venezuela. Will Rubio's tenure usher in a new era of diplomacy, or are we in for more of the same? Next, we turn to the nation's top spy, CIA Director John Ratcliffe. A former congressman from Texas, Ratcliffe previously served as Director of National Intelligence under Trump. His tenure was marked by accusations of politicizing intelligence and downplaying foreign election interference. Despite these controversies, the Senate confirmed him with a 74-25 vote. Supporters praise his commitment to national security, while detractors fear a continuation of partisan influence within the intelligence community. Can Ratcliffe navigate the fine line between safeguarding the nation and maintaining the CIA's apolitical stance? Now, let's march over to the Pentagon, where Pete Hegseth has taken charge as Secretary of Defense. A former Army National Guard officer and Fox News contributor, Hegseth's confirmation was anything but smooth. The Senate was deadlocked at 50-50, requiring Vice President J.D. Vance to cast the tie-breaking vote. Allegations of sexual assault and misconduct nearly derailed his nomination, but Hegseth denied the claims, and no charges were filed. Critics argue that his media persona overshadows a lack of high-level defense experience, while supporters believe his military service and outspoken patriotism make him a strong leader for the armed forces. Will Hegseth's tenure strengthen the military, or are we bracing for turbulence? Shifting our focus to the Department of Homeland Security, former South Dakota Governor Kristi Noem now leads the charge. Known for her staunch conservative views and resistance to COVID-19 restrictions, Noem's confirmation was secured with a 59-34 vote. Supporters applaud her commitment to border security and law enforcement, while critics express concern over her limited experience in national security and controversial pandemic response. Can Noem effectively manage the complex challenges of Homeland Security, or will her tenure be marred by controversy? Turning to the nation's finances, Scott Bessent, a financier with a storied career, has been confirmed as Secretary of the Treasury with a 68-29 vote. Bessent's resume includes a successful tenure as the Chief Investment Officer for Soros Fund Management and founding his own investment firm. While his financial acumen is unquestioned, some critics point to his association with George Soros, a frequent target of conservative criticism, as a potential conflict. Supporters argue that his expertise is precisely what's needed to navigate the nation's economic challenges. Will Bessent's Wall Street experience translate into effective economic policy, or will his past associations overshadow his tenure? Next stop, the Department of Transportation, now under the leadership of Sean Duffy. A former congressman from Wisconsin and reality TV star, Duffy was confirmed with a 77-22 vote. His tenure in Congress focused on financial services rather than transportation, leading some to question his qualifications for the role. Supporters highlight his legislative experience and media savvy as assets for advancing infrastructure initiatives. Can Duffy steer the nation's transportation policy in the right direction, or is he on a collision course with critics? Environmental policies are now under the purview of Lee Zeldin, the new EPA administrator. A former congressman from New York and Army veteran, Zeldin was confirmed with a 56-42 vote. Known for his conservative stance on environmental regulations, Zeldin has been a vocal critic of policies he deems overreaching. Environmental groups express concern over his commitment to deregulation, while supporters argue that his approach will balance environmental protection with economic growth. Will Zeldin's leadership lead to a cleaner environment, or are we in for a regulatory rollback? Legal affairs are now overseen by Attorney General Pam Bondi, the former Florida Attorney General, confirmed with a 54-46 vote. Bondi gained national attention for her involvement in the Trump impeachment defense team and her work as a lobbyist. Critics raise concerns about potential conflicts of interest and her close ties to President Trump. Supporters argue that her legal experience and loyalty make her a strong choice to lead the Justice Department. Will Bondi uphold the independence of the judiciary, or will her tenure be clouded by partisanship? Finally, let's talk about Russ Vought, returning as director of the Office of Management and Budget after a 53-47 confirmation. Vought previously held the position during Trump's first term and is known for his conservative budgetary policies and role in Project 2025, an initiative aimed at overhauling the federal government. Critics argue that his extreme views could lead to drastic cuts in essential services, while supporters believe his fiscal conservatism is necessary for reducing government waste. Will Vought's budgetary vision streamline government operations, or are we facing austerity measures? And there you have it, the key players in President Trump's cabinet. Each brings a unique background, a set of qualifications, and yes, their share of controversies. What do you think? Are these the leaders who will drive America forward, or are we in for a bumpy ride? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. Remember, we go live at 1,000 subs, bringing you real-time updates and analyses. Thanks for tuning in to the Daily Donald. See you next time.